Tableau is my favorite tool to visualize data. But let's be honest, designing dashboards in Tableau is far from great. Containers are not intuitive, floating elements move around when you change the size. In general, it lacks a lot of the modern features of other design tools. And that is why more and more people choose to design first in Figma. Figma is a modern design tool that is fun and easy to use. You can build beautiful and modern dashboards and iterate on your design very easily. However, the main issue is you cannot connect Figma to your data. So in the end, you always needed to recreate your Figma design to Tableau and waste a lot of time. And that is why we created the Figma to Tableau plugin. The plugin automatically exports all Figma design to Tableau with a single click. You can save tons of time and frustration and speed up your creation process. So in today's video, I'm going to show you how to use the Figma to Tableau plugin. We will start with a simple and elegant dashboard, then we will explore the different export options with more complex stuff. If you are new to Figma, don't be afraid. I'm going to share templates that are ready to be exported and easy to customize. In 2 minutes, we will already have exported our first functional dashboard from Figma to Tableau. You will find all the links of the Figma file and the Figma plugin directly in the description. Okay, let's go. So this is the dashboard we are going to export today. It's a sales dashboard. Let me show you how the dashboard is structured. So we have sales, which is the main dashboard. It's a frame, it's an auto layout frame. And inside that auto layout frame, we have other frames, header, content. We also have pictures like the logo here. We have some text like the title and the subtitle. And we can see some interesting elements. Those groups, they are called sheet total sales. We have another one below, sheet sales by product, and another one here, sheet sales by segment. So the plugin will automatically convert all the frames with auto layout to containers, all the image to images, the text as text, and all the elements, all the Figma elements that starts with sheet. It can be a group, it can be an image, it can be a frame, anything. All elements that starts with sheet will be automatically converted to an actual Tableau worksheet inside Tableau. Okay, now let's export our dashboard to Tableau. So to do that, we need to use the plugin. So let's click on top to resource, go to plugin and search for Figma to Tableau. You should find the plugin, let's click on it, and that will open the plugin. So the way to export is really easy. You click on your dashboard, click on export dashboard, and that creates the Tableau file. In our case, we are currently missing just one thing. We are missing one worksheet. So we have 3 worksheets, total sales, sales by product and by segment, but we don't have a sheet for sales by state. So to add a new worksheet, you can simply go on the bottom, add a worksheet, enter the name, so in that case, sales by state, and click on add. That automatically creates a group with the name sales by state, and now we can simply put that element in our design, fill container for width and height. And that's it. We have now 4 worksheets. And if you look at our element that was created, it's another group that starts with sheet sales by state. Let's click on sales, export dashboard, and that creates a template file. And now if we open that Tableau file, we will see the exact same dashboard, but this time in Tableau. There is it. So all the size, all the colors, all the text, all the elements that we have in our Figma design are reproduced in Tableau automatically. The interesting part is like everywhere where we had the sheet element is now converted to an actual Tableau worksheet. So we have currently 4 worksheets. If we look at one, you can see it's a simple bar chart connected to data sample superstore. So yeah, it's really just a dummy worksheet that you can then replace with your actual worksheet. And we are going to see how to do that in a moment. So from there, I also wanted to show you the layout and the item hierarchy. And as you can see, all the structure of our Figma design is reproduced in Tableau. So every frame is now a container, every image is an image, text are text, and etc. And even the name of our items are exactly the same as the name of our items in Figma. So it's really easy to know what was created and what was replaced by what. Now that you have exported the dashboard in Tableau, you can focus on visualizing the data and just replace the dummy worksheets with the real one. But what if you already created all of the worksheets? Well, let me show you how you can quickly and safely export the same design, but with real worksheets instead of dummy ones. Okay, now let's say I have this dashboard that is called my ugly dashboard, and we have already 4 worksheets, total sales, sale map, sales by segment, and sales by product. And I would like to use those 4 worksheets that are currently in this dashboard in my new design that I have made in Figma. You have 2 ways of doing that. The first one is directly inside the plugin. You can select a workbook and use existing worksheet. If you don't want to do that, I'm going to show you another way that you can simply import workbook inside another one, and then you can easily replace the worksheets. So let me show you the first way. So inside the plugin, you have an option that is called Select Workbook. You can select your existing workbook, in our case Superstore, and then you can see the list of all the worksheets that exist. Just a small reminder that when you select a workbook, it is not uploaded anywhere. The plugin just has a temporary permission to read the Tableau file, the XML of the Tableau file. It doesn't transfer any data. The file is not kept, so it's really just a temporary reading access. If you close the plugin, the connection is gone. So now if we click on the dashboard, we can actually see with a small tick indicator which worksheets are already inside our design. And that is just because they have the same name. And what we can see is that sales by state, so what we had as a map, is actually not understood. You see the sale map just has a box around it, so it means it's not currently in use. So let's click on its sale map, and then we can add it to your design. Again, fill containers, and we can remove the old one, the sales by state. Now, if we click again on our dashboard, we can see that in our design, we do have the 4 worksheets that we want. We can again export the dashboard, and this time, if we open it, we will have, that's our ugly sales dashboard, the previous one, but we can see that we have the new sales dashboard right here. And if we click on it, we do have the exact same layout as we had before, the nice layout, but this time instead of dummy worksheet, we have the actual real worksheets that were already created with all of the interaction, the colors and everything. So it's a really easy way, if you already have worksheets in your design, that you can simply import a workbook and work with actual worksheets. So if you don't want to select a workbook inside the Figma plugin, which I can understand, there is another way. So in this way, we are going to import a workbook in another one. So let's start with the template that we created before. We can click on File, Import Workbook, and then select our Superstore dashboard. So the one with the ugly dashboard. So if we wait a bit, you see now we have the ugly dashboard with all the different worksheets that are also added. And then we can go to the sales dashboard, which contains the dummy worksheet, and simply replace. So you just click on the worksheet, you search the other total sales, that is called total sales 2, and you can simply hide the title and select entire view. Let's do the same for the sales by state. Just replace the map, remove the title, and that's it. And you can again do the same for the sales by product and sales by segment, simply replacing the different worksheet. You now have the dashboard that we designed in Figma inside of Tableau with your actual worksheet. And this time everything happens inside Tableau. You can do that completely offline. That was easy, right? By the way, if you would like me to show you how to design dashboard in Figma using auto layout, please like the video and let me know in the comments. Okay, now let's explore the different export options. This will allow us to create more complex and beautiful dashboards using rounded corners, shadow, and more. Okay, from our design file, we can click on the top, and instead of going to Simple Export, we are going to open the second page, Export Options. For this part, let's make sure that we don't have any selected workbook. So if you want to simply refresh, you can relaunch the plugin, just refresh it, and you will start from 0. And again, when you do that, that also completely erase every trace of the workbook that you imported. So part of the export layout option, you can export your dashboard as a floating dashboard or as a background image. So let's click on floating dashboard, and you see in this floating dashboard we have vectors, we have an image, we have a frame which is not an auto layout frame, which also include an image and our worksheet. Here the elements are really just on top of each other. There is really no structure. So you cannot convert that in Tableau with containers. We need to use it as floating element. If we try to export this as tiled containers, so if we keep tiled containers as our export option, we will get our error message saying that, well, we cannot export this as a tile and containers because our frames are not auto layout, and you will actually have the list of the frames that are not using auto layout for you to change them. But in our case, we want to export it as a floating layout. So we just can click on floating option and you see the error message is gone. The second thing is like our font. Currently we are using Futura, which is a font that is not a default font of Tableau. And if we were going to publish this dashboard to Tableau Public, the font will be completely broken, right? Tableau cannot render Futura font. So among our export text option, we can export the text as an image, where we can also convert the font to Tableau font family. But in our case, we would like to keep the Futura, so I'm just going to select export text as image. Of course, you will not be able to modify the text afterwards, but that is really in the case that you have a more heavily designed dashboard. Okay, let's click on Export Dashboard. That creates another template file. Let's open it. And as you can see, we have our dashboard that is completely floating with different elements on top of each other. Right now, it doesn't look really nice because our dummy worksheet really doesn't pair with those colors. But I can show you, for example, if we just change the color of the text to blue, we can also change in the columns the 0 lines to blue. And finally, we are going to change also the color of the bar charts to blue. Here we have a much nicer dashboard. Just to show you quickly what style we can have with this kind of floating element on top of each other. When we export the dashboard as a floating dashboard, you are still constrained by what Tableau can do. So for example, rounded corners, shadow, or gradients are not possible. You will export it and Tableau will still render the frame even floating with squared border. So if you want to use all of the features that Figma has, like rounded corners, gradient and such, you need to export your dashboard as a background image. When you export your dashboard as a background image, all elements but the text and the worksheet are exported as one big image that will be placed in the background. The text is not part of the image, otherwise you will not be able to modify it. And of course the worksheet neither, so you can still replace them with your actual real worksheet. So let's customize a bit our background image dashboard. What we are going to do is that we are going to select the different containers. So we are going to select title and subtitle, total sales, sales by state, sales by product, and sales by segment. And we are going to add 30 pixels of rounded corners. We can also go below and add an effect, and it will automatically add some drop shadow below our containers. Now let's click on the background image and export it as a background image. For the text, we are currently using Inter, which is a font that is really close to the Tableau font. So what we can do in this case is actually convert our text to the Tableau font family. So we are making 100% sure that anywhere that we publish this dashboard, the font will render correctly using the Tableau font. So Inter Bold will be converted to Tableau Bold, and etc. Let's click on Export Dashboard. That creates a new template. Let's replace the previous one, and now if we open our file, we have a dashboard that looks really different than what you are used to in Tableau, with a nice gradients, with some rounded corners, with some nice shadow, and of course with the current dummy worksheet it doesn't look that good, but of course you can again replace them really easily. If we look at the layout, you can see that we just have the different sheets, the text, and one big background image in the bottom that contains all of the design that we have made in Figma. And the second thing, if we look at the text, let's just open the sales overview text. You can see that is Tableau Bold, and our sales by state is Tableau Regular. So the fonts are converted to the Tableau fonts automatically. So as you can see, you can export clean business dashboards or heavily designed Tableau Public visualization all in one click. When designing in Figma, instead of using the default worksheet style inside your design, you can use an image of the visualization to really place all of your elements exactly where you want them. As long as the elements start with sheet, it will be replaced by a worksheet in the export. Finally, if you are not familiar with Figma and the auto layout, and you just want a quick and easy way to start, we have built templates that are ready to be exported and easy to modify. Let me show you. So let me show you how to find the templates. So on the top here, you can click this button to access the community, and here you can search for Ladataviz. you will find the plugin guide, and the templates, and you can let us know that you like what we have created by just clicking the small hearts to like our plugin, the guide, and the templates. It really makes us happy and also helps to make the plugin more easy to find for other people, so yeah, we really appreciate. A quick word about the plugin guide. So in that guide, we reference and describe all the features that the plugin has. So for example, there is a functionality that allows you to create navigation button in the Figma design that are automatically converted to navigation button inside Tableau. I didn't have time to show it in the video, but you will find all the features, everything that the plugin can do directly in the guide. It's also where we will put the new features when we develop them. So yeah, make sure to read the plugin guide to discover all the things it can do. And finally, the Tableau templates. So those templates, we can open them in Figma. And here you can see, you will find all the different templates. They are layouts from 1 to 6 worksheets. And let's open the Figma to Tableau plugin. Each of those dashboards are ready to be exported in Tableau. You can simply click on it, export, and it will work. You can actually select multiple dashboards at the same time and export them at once in Tableau. But the way we made those templates even more easy to use is if you look on the right, on the local style, you can modify the text and the colors really easily for all dashboards at once. So let's, for example, modify the background color of the dashboard, and let's select the blue. So currently all the dashboards have this blue background. Let's do the same for the title. Let's put the title in white, the subtitle in white also. We can change the container background color to maybe 90% of the white color, and the container title color can be also blue, and finally we can also modify the container border color. So in just a few clicks we completely change the style of the dashboard, and so you can really adapt those templates to your style, to your company style if you want. Okay, let's select the dashboard 4.4 and 5.4. Let's click on export dashboard. That creates the template file as usual. And if we open it in Tableau, we do find our two dashboards and all of the worksheets that are automatically exported. So as you can see, you can easily modify the templates. They are ready to be exported in Tableau, and you can really focus on making the visualization. Thanks a lot for watching the video until the end. If you like the plugin or if you have any questions, please let me know in the comments. Make sure to subscribe to the channel to not miss the next video. We also have a weekly newsletter where we share design tips and all of the new products we launch. Thanks again for watching and have a great day.